Hello everyone, Nick from Yugi. I'm out here with my Slifer the Sky Dragon deck profile. I finally made it at last. Originally I was trying to do this with the Dark Lord's theme, but it just didn't work out, so I didn't bother uploading anything after that. So I just waited for the new King's Court cards to come out, which finally have come out, and this is my deck profile. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more videos. And without further ado, let's start this deck profile. Okay, starting us off, I'm going with the boss monsters, 2 copies of Slifer the Sky Dragon and 1 copy of Arcana Triumph Joker. Slifer the Sky Dragon I wanted to be the main boss of the deck, as this is based around summoning Slifer. And Arcana Triumph Joker is an absolutely fantastic addition, as she also gains attack points by the number of cards in your hand, but also your opponent's hand, and she can clear the field of monsters, spells or traps depending on the card that you discard, which I think is absolutely incredible. And she can be special summoned back from the graveyard just by tributing King's Knight, Queen's Knight and Jack's Knight from your hand or field. So definitely easier to summon than Slifer Sky Dragon, but I've only gone with 1 copy of Arcana Triumph Joker, just because I wanted Slifer Sky Dragon to be the main boss. 3 copies of Joker's Knight, a very nice special summon that basically you don't have to use any card in your hand to do it. You just have to send Queen's Knight, King's Knight or Jack's Knight from your deck to the graveyard. So special summon this card from your hand and then make it count as that monster, so you can go into your Knight combo plays. 2 copies of each Knight, so 2 copies of Queen's Knight, 2 copies of King's Knight and 2 copies of Jack's Knight, because there's the cards in the archetype, they recycle themselves, so you don't really need 3 copies of each one. But absolutely fantastic that these old cards are getting the support that they deserve. 3 copies of Imperial Bower, because this card basically special summons 2 of them directly from your deck, or you can add them to your hand if you wish, so more hand support for Slifer the Sky Dragon. 2 copies of Guardian of Order. This is a very nice special summon if you control 2 or more light monsters, and with the King's Knight, Queen's Knight combo, you're definitely going to get 2 monsters. Even with Imperial Bower, you're going to get 2 monsters on your field, so just special summon this card from your hand. So you can even go into a Link 3 play, or go into your BLS Soldier of Chaos play. And for my hand traps, I've only gone with 1 for this deck at the moment, and that's 3 copies of Effect Veiler. More hand traps are in the side deck. And that's the main deck. I'm just going on to the spells and trap cards now. 3 copies of the brand new Joker's Straight. This 1 card alone is an instant 3 knights onto your field. So basically you just discard 1 card from your hand, special summon Queen's Knight from your deck to the field, and then you get King's Knight or Jack's Knight to your hand. You want to add King's Knight to your hand, so then normal summon King's Knight, and then you get Jack's Knight onto the field. That's an instant 3 knights for this 1 card, and you get to replenish this card from your graveyard to your hand just by returning a light warrior monster from your graveyard back into the deck. So that way it recycles all your knights. Absolutely incredible card. 3 copies of Thunder Speed Summon, because this card basically special summons Slifer the Sky Dragon or Arcana Triumph Joker if you have the King's Knight, Queen's Knight or Jack's Knight or Jack's Knight onto your field. And it's a quick play spell as well, so you can even do it during your opponent's turn. And thanks to the Joker Straight, it doesn't require you to use up so much of your hand either, so Slifer the Sky Dragon will have much more attack power than what he would do in another deck, for example. I've gone with 2 copies of Face Card Fusion. I know this card is okay, but the thing is you can use 1 monster from your deck if you have King's Knight, Queen's Knight or Jack's Knight on the field, but the other 2 have to be in your hand or on your field. But there is another monster in my extra deck that can be summoned using this card. If I had more copies of that card I would use it, but at the current moment I've only got 1. But Face Card Fusion, I've gone with 2 copies for this deck. You'll see later on. I've gone with 2 copies of Thunder Force Attack, Slifer the Sky Dragon's main attack. This card is incredible. Seriously, I've only played my mate a couple of hours ago and he destroyed me with this card. Literally, like, this card is literally what Slifer needed all along, and if this card gives you more draw power and destroys every card in your field to give Slifer even more points, this card is basically, could initially create an OTK. 2 copies of Man of the Bound Creator. This card protects your level 10s and deals more damage if you destroy a monster by battle, and if it's destroyed you get to search for Divine Beast. But the fact that your monster cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects is an absolute essential bonus. 1 copy of Monster Reborn to bring back my monsters. 2 copies of Concentrating Current. This card increases the attack points of a monster on the field by their defense points, but only that monster can attack. The whole nearly every monster in this deck has higher defense points and attack points, but the main point of this card is to actually double Slifer the Sky Dragon's attack points, because Slifer's attack and defense is equal to the number of cards in your hand. So basically, if you have 6 cards in your hand and you activate Concentrating Current from your hand, yes, it'll lose 1,000 points, but then it'll gain 5,000 points. So basically, Slifer the Sky Dragon could potentially have 10,000 attack points. And finally, 1 copy of Double or Nothing for the Utopia play, and that's the spells. I'll just go onto the trap cards quickly. Only 4 traps. 3 copies of Joker's Wild, because basically this card allows you to activate the spell cost directly from your deck. And I've gone with 1 copy of Court of Cards, generally just for the draw power, so you can power out Slifer the Sky Dragon if needed. And it's a nice cool little haunted effect as well to bring back King's Knight, Queen's Knight or Jack's Knight. And that's the trap cards. I'll just go on to the extra deck now. 1 copy of Arcana Knight Joker, the original monster, the fusion summon with King's Knight, Queen's Knight, Jack's Knight. It's much more easy to summon now with face card fusion, but I've only got 1 copy. I've also gone with 1 copy of Egerton the Conqueror's Star. Now this is the other monster that you can summon using face card fusion, because 1, it's a light warrior type monster, and secondly, it only requires 2 level 5 or higher warrior monsters, so you can use a Jack's Knight and Joker's Knight to fusion summon this card just using face card fusion. It's got 3,000 points, and it has a great ability where if it's attacking a monster that has a lower level than it, then basically that monster's attack points become 0, and then that's only during the damage calculation. So that's 3,000 points, and it has another ability where you can discard cards from your hand to give this card an extra 200 points extra. Very easy to summon with this deck. 1 copy of Dragoon for the Red Eyes combo play, which is in the side deck. That was the fusion monsters. The link monsters, got a Black Luster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. This card very easy to summon with this deck, and with Guardian of Order making it level 7, this card gains the extra effect for not being targeted or destroyed by card effects. 1 copy of Arcana Extra Joker. I just think it was needed for this deck, to be honest with you, as it is the King's Knight, Queen's Knight, Jack's Knight. 1 copy of Predator Plant Verti Anaconda. Requires 2 effect monsters, I know, but I can use the face card fusion from the main deck if I wish. 1 copy of Access Code Talker, very easy to summon as well, and 1 copy of Soyuja Skull Dread, just for hand replenishment and having a better control over my hand. And then for the XE cards, I've gone with 1 copy of Utopia Double. That's why I've got Double or Nothing in the deck, just for potential OTK. 2 copies of number 39 Utopia. Basically 1 copy can go into Utopia for Double or Nothing, and then the other Utopia can go into Utopia the Lightning. So then it can upgrade itself and have a 5,000 point monster that's unaffected. 1 copy of Evil Swarm Exciting Knight, just to clear up my opponent's field if they have more cards than I do. 1 copy of Redoer, and finally I'll go with 1 copy of Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder, as this deck is heavily related to XE cards, and this card is an absolutely amazing card if you attack with an XE monster. And that's the extra deck. I'll just go on to the side deck now. Dark Magician, Red Eyes Fusion, and Red Eyes Black Dragon for the Dragoon play. 3 copies of Ash Blossom, best hand trap in the game. With the deck being a light based, I've gone with 3 copies of Honest for the side deck. In one of my videos, you guys were surprised that I was using Dark Honest in the Predator Plant / Rose Dragon deck profile. But this deck, I think Honest is much more better than Dark Honest in my opinion. But like I said, I don't think, because this card's hardly being used anymore, I think it'd be a nice surprise to use against your opponent. 2 copies of Pot of Extravagance for the draw power towards Slifer the Sky Dragon. Extra deck is important, but if you decide you want to try and get the cards you need, then you can just sacrifice some of the cards in the extra deck for Pot of Extravagance. 2 copies of Dark Water No More in case your opponent has an unbreakable board and you can't do anything. I'd rather have something that I can use just to try and get something out and done before, if case they have an unbreakable board. So Dark Water No More hopefully will stop that. And I've got another backup supply in terms of 2 copies of Sphere Mode, just to sacrifice my opponent's monsters in case they have a breakable board as well. So that's my side deck. And that's it, guys. That's my Slifer the Sky Dragon deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more deck profiles. And let me know in the comment section down below what you thought, what you would change, what you thought was a nice idea. I'm always happy to hear your suggestions, and I'm always happy to respond to you guys. So let me know in the comment section down below. Hit 100 subscribers at last, absolutely brilliant. Slowly but surely we're increasing the number of subscribers. I know we can get more subscribers, so hopefully this is the start of something fantastic. So yeah, that's it guys, and I'll see you next time.